And we are live. Yo, come on. Oh, nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we isn't, and what we is here today, bringing you guys and girls One Piece chapter 1143 live reaction. And after my live reaction, I'm doing something that I haven't been bothered to do in a little minute. I've actually organised a live discussion, so I'm going to have Dracula D Rage himself with me, chatting theories and just talking about the chapters and One Piece in general after this chapter. So, we're going to get straight into that, but before we do, you know what to do, you know what's appreciated, you know what is expected at this point in time. I know this is a really late reaction, but I've had a guest the last week, so because of that, I didn't do the reaction when I should have. I've been busy. I'm coming into this completely blind, thankfully. I have been, as you've probably been aware, completely AFK from the internet until today. So, I'm kind of glad on that, because thankfully, I've avoided spoilers. And normally, right, this time of week, like it's Tuesday for me, normally I'm having to avoid Tuesday spoilers for the chapter online. I've made it a full 7 days. This is a Christmas miracle, and it's not even Christmas, right? Charles, you feel like it's been forever? Yeah, I know. Rager, good to see ya, good to see ya. Alright, so, we're gonna get into the greatness. Alright, let's just dive into it. We have a nice little cover page here, color page here. Interesting, actually. Interesting choice of the colors here. I feel like this is an Admiral's reference. Weirdly enough. You got the red fish in front, followed by the blue fish, followed by the goldfish, followed by the green fish and purple fish, and then way back there in the very backdrop, you got the brown fish, right? The way that red and blue fish are looking at each other, I know that's first and second, Luffy and Zoro. Zoro's colours are normally green. Seeing Zoro decked up in blue here, that ain't normal. That ain't Zoro's colour normally. I wonder if this is maybe foreshadowing a potential future matchup in some capacity. Not saying anything super crazy like Nami's going to be fighting Kizaru in a serious fight, although Nami, girl, put your jugs away. Holy shit, that is a fucking... Hitting that angle, she's gonna pop a titty. Sorry, I'm just in such a silly mood today. I don't know, maybe I'm reading into this too much. Based on a reader request, a Straw Hat Crew car chase. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a bit more to read into here. Alright? You know, Akainu, Aokiji, Kizaru, Green Bull, Fujitora, Chaton. Maybe Chaton's going to be the next Admiral. Although, what? 1, 2, 3. We don't know which one's 4, but there's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. And then there's only 6 fish. I don't know. Maybe Chaton's going to be an Admiral. Who knows? Alright, let's dive into this. Yeah, let's get into this shit. Ooh. I'm not used to reading it on, the Viz. Sorry to say, I'm not used to reading it brand new chapter on the Viz for One Piece at least. But I always support the Viz. Speed as a weapon has to be very important. Oh! Yeah, down there on the right, speed is the weapon. I don't know, man. Speed is power. I'm always here for all the Kizaru hype. Chapter 1143, Holy Night. Oh! You know the chapter name like that, you get me fucking excited. Simply excited. Hey, wait, y'all. And we see two of the nightmares here. Or is that 3 of them? There's a fish, there's a ghost, and then in the background there's the lightning cloud that definitely has no resemblance to Zeus in any capacity whatsoever. No siree. Not even a little bit. Yulva, Mag, Ronja. Wow, they're really sleepwalking. Huh? What's this white cloth? Where are they all going? Okay, so the arrows are cloth. Some strong-ass cloth to be impaling people like that. Sabo ain't even cloth level. Be careful, Saul. Remember the other teacher said not to touch the children? And he was all bloody. I know he did, but I didn't see nothing wrong with him. And it's dangerous for them to keep walking like this. Saul, you are a vice admiral in the Marines. I know you know devil fruits exist. Aokiji was your bevel. If someone says don't touch them for bad effects, brother, listen! You can't be that willfully ignorant. That is straight up, with his chest out, some weaponized incompetence there. So he touches him. What does he get? He gets a bunch of halo thorns. Oh my god, halo thorns. Yo. Come on, let's get back. And they just start impaling through him. Yo. And these are invisible too. That looks like a briary. I think we know which one of the God Knights this is. That kind of looks like a thorn crown. Love to see it. Hey, yeah, what is all this all, huh? What happened? Did something stab you? This is the Walrus School. Yo, he's out too. Man just got ran through. All the children have suddenly fallen asleep. And out of those 9 of them have started walking. We don't know where they're going. Also, I am not able to speak now, by the way. Oh! Wait, Drac. Hold up. There. We don't know where they're going. Oop, hold up a second. Gotta switch. Also, I am not able to speak. Hold up, that's my bad there. Setting things. Hold up a second, Drac. I'm gonna mute you, finish the chapter, and I'm gonna roll back for a second and unmute. Sorry. It's just the way this is set up at the moment. Give me a moment. Which reminds me. Hold up, sorry. Technical difficulties. I just backhanded my damn microphone. Where's my soundboard? Ooh, can't spell apparently. Or I've just backhanded stuff. The sound mixer options. Sorry. Hold up, 1 second, sorry. Drac, I'm gonna unmute you just for half a second. And could you do me a favor and just talk? Because I've got to swap over the output for me. And I think... Keep talking? No, you're not talking. That's all good. I think this is the... Keep going? What have I done with my headphones? Hold up. Try now? What have I done here? See, this is me just making a fool of myself. I do it really well, though. Hold up, sorry. This is going to happen at some point or another. May as well do it now. Output device. I can hear you now. There we go. Alright. Oh, good, man. Alright, do you know what? Drac? If you can mute the live in your background, as in, you can hop off the YouTube, stay in the Discord, and I'll just make you visible now, here. Alright, you should be able to be heard now. Oh, hold up. 1 sec. Sorry. I love making all these sorts of issues for myself and not testing them until last minute, because I'm a fucking absolute beautiful idiot. Try now. Which one did I just pick? Hold up, sorry, I'm terrible at this. This is what happens when I've been busy all week and haven't touched anything. I somehow come back to my settings being changed relentlessly. Hold up. Keep talking. Oh, there we go. I think you can be heard now. Say something?
What's going on? It's your boy Dracula D Rage.
Yeah, alright. I'm pretty damn positive that that is working now. Someone in the chat tell me if you can't hear Drac, just because I'm an idiot like that, but this should be all sorted now. Yes, sir, they can hear you. Perfect. Alright, sorry. I will finish reading the chapter and then we'll get into it, okay? Sorry.
Alright, cool.
I'm locked in on this now. I didn't realize I've gone a whole extra week without reading One Piece, and honestly, now I'm stinging on it. Okay. All the children have suddenly fallen asleep, and out of those, 9 of them have started walking. We don't know where they're going. Western Village. It's not clear why or how this is happening. The kids at the school. My son's there too. Wait, who the fuck's saying it's their son? Is that Dorian Broggy? The speech bubble's above Broggy, but it looks like the arrow's going to the right.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if that's Dorian Broggy speaking. It's interesting.
That might be background noise. Otherwise, yo, could you imagine if they've got a kid? Shit.
No, that'd be crazy.
There's also been a surge of strange monsters from the forest. Monsters. Are the children safe? The children are travelling down Branch Route 8 at the moment. Transponder Pillbug only works in Elbaf. That's a fucking big-ass snail. That's like a 10-foot tall snail. Holy shit. It's taller than Brook. Brother.
That shit is big. That shit is big as hell.
And there's a fire too. What's with all the sudden danger? Did something happen back at the school? Did you say Branch 8? Huh? It's not looking good over there.
I'm more curious on this is only used within Elbaf. It's crazy.
Dude, it's like the mini transponder snails. It seems like there's native transponder snails to each country. So it's like there's like stereotypical transponder snails, but like there's, you know, little variations that are just like, you know, only in this little region sort of thing. Huh? No. That's a school where my granddaughter... Oh, shit! Mountbeard's granddaughter is Ylva. Damn, okay. How many generations is that? My granddaughter-ish granddaughter. Your granddaughter's granddaughter!
Yeah, that's insane, Pool. Great-great-grandchild?
No, that's not great-great-grandchild. He's saying it's his granddaughter's granddaughter. That's 5 generations. Bro.
Yeah, he's old as hell.
Yeah, he's 400.
Yeah, at bare minimum, he's 400. Oh, wait, hold on. That means he was around whenever Oars was around. Interesting.
He was born just as Oars died.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How many generations is that? Oh, which also means he was born around the time Ryuma died.
Right.
I think you've all had enough to drink now, huh? You should get together. Yeah, that's quick. Yo, so all the Straw Hats are going to be plastered for this fight. That's actually kind of funny. The firefighting Svar is on the case. You've got this... Oh, they've got firefighters. Yo, that makes sense. Yo, we've never really had, like... Outside of Mr. 5, we've never really had firefighters in One Piece, have we?
Nah, not at all. This is actually the one. Yeah, this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. And it's coming from Elbaf, which is actually hilarious.
So they blow up the stuff. Yo, look at that Draugr. Look how big he is, too. Like, those are giants. Even if they're the smallest giants, this thing, like, dude, I know when the other chapter dropped, right? Where it showed them all in the backdrop. Some people were being like, "Oh my god, it's as big as Loki." No, like, I don't think you guys realize, like, Loki's big. Loki's like this thing's kneecaps.
Yeah, quite literally.
Because, like, these dudes are like 20 meters tall. Like, Loki's a little bit bigger than this thing's fucking glove. And look at that. They're literally just, like, looking up in the air at this thing screaming. Yo, Saint Summers, come on. Yeah. You see how shocked those giants were when they got stabbed by the thorns? It's just like the famous saying, every love has its thorns. Never heard of it. Huh? You're so apathetic. Oh, you're so apathetic, Gunko. You know that? Love is a passion to reach out and squeeze one tight, even as you see the thorns up close. The best part of this game is when it's parents and children. Parents hug their kids tight, thorns and all, and then the kids scream and wail when they... Yo, fucking Somers. Brother! I like, low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving this dude so far. He is a sadist. This is what I needed more from King.
Facts.
When they see that... as if King wasn't hunting down Momonosuke and Otama like no tomorrow. Low-key, in hindsight. Foul.
This is actually very interesting. He's probably gonna be Sanji's
Oh, a battle of love? I'd be keen on that.
Yeah.
When they see
Yeah,
the
I'd be
worst...
over-
When they see the worst nightmare, Mummy and Daddy dying in agony, there's real emotion in killing. Saint Summers, Thorn Fruit, Thorn Man. See, I gotta go back quickly. The thorns that he puts on people, though, don't wrap around. He's putting halos on them. And the halos have thorns.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like rings.
Yeah.
Like thorns. Yeah.
This is like, in a weird way, this is screaming to me. But yeah, Berber, I'm using the Viz this time because I'm late. This is screaming to me, like, I know we've talked about this in the past. You know how, like, the Celestial Dragons and, like, yeah, okay. The Final War feels like a bunch of different mythologies, end of the world. So you've got, like, you know, Ragnarok, the Apocalypse, this, that, and the other, all sort of, like, forced together, right? I don't know why, but the heavy Christian symbology with the Celestial Dragons, this motherfucker having the thorns reminds me so much of the thorn, like the crown of thorns that was put on Jesus' head.
I can definitely see that. Yeah, that's actually very interesting. That's a definitely different outlook I wasn't looking at for real for some reason. Damn.
I wonder if, because this might be like a weird inverse, right? So you know how Dofi wasn't allowed back into Marujua?
Right.
I wonder if Summers is the one that blocked him completely. Because a weird connection there. Dofi was crucified, had 12 disciples, one betrayed him. He's very, like, anti-Christ coded, right? I wonder if Summers is the one that kicked him out as a god knight.
Like he had the final be all. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd actually be very interesting. Okay.
Because, like, that crown, like, that thorn crown symbology with Jesus and that may not be, like, it may not be the positive light of it, it may be the negative light of it, where it's, like, he did that to Doflamingo, who was another representation of that. Because, like, low-key, Doflamingo being kicked out and they hunted him, it would have been the God Knights hunting him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. No, Rager can't hear me. No, this is unfortunate. No.
What? Hang on. I'm gonna boost your volume. Is that... Try that now, because I'm hearing other people say they can hear you.
Well, I don't know. But that's unfortunate. God damn it. Putting in beautiful input. This is crazy work. Damn it.
Rager, can you hear him now? Please. Please hear him. Can't be the crazy guy talking to myself here. Not again.
I'm probably like, who are you talking to?
I once did a whole 4-hour live like that. We didn't
Oh
realize
wow.
until right at the end, and I couldn't help but laugh. It was funny as anything. Yeah, okay, they can hear you now. I've boosted the volume. It may have just been a bit low. Sweet,
Oh,
sweet, sweet,
okay,
sweet.
cool.
Death by Love, isn't that just so exciting? No interest. The woman who never knew love. Which route did you choose, Gunko? There was a thick branch that ran down the middle. Yo, Loki. Okay, this is gonna be so random. I would love to see an all-out fight between Saint Summers and Boa, where he's put thorns around Luffy.
Oh, that would be very interesting. I would actually like to see that.
Mmm.
That would actually be pretty dope. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
say she turns him to stone, it doesn't undo the thorns.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
she's
That would
gotta
actually be.
she's gotta force him to drop it. I'm still holding out hope, because hear me out, right? I know a lot of
Hmm.
people forget a lot about a lot of things, right? I'm still
Hmm.
terrified for the like. There are three crazy matchups that I really want to see. One of them's Koala versus Vice Admiral Strawberry, which is Koala getting her get back for Fisher Tiger. I feel like that's a really underrated matchup that needs to happen. Boa versus the Celestial Dragon that imprisoned her and fed her the love fruit. Right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We need that. We need that. We
Which
definitely need
means
that.
one of the Celestial Dragons is Boa's trauma. It would be interesting if it's the dude talking about love that fed the love fruit to a girl.
That'd be a nice connection. That'd be a good parallel. I'm not.
Mm.
Yeah, we need more insight on Boa's backstory.
And then another one that I really need, right? I really need Bonnie to confront Garling at some time and find out that she's actually his biological kid. Which, imagine like a Bonnie Shanks team up against Shamrock.
Man, that'd be crazy. Man, there's a lot of things that like I'm
Getting into
expecting.
this final saga, there's just so much craziness. Hey, Metamania.
Yeah,
All
it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
right. No interest. The woman who never knew love. Which route did you choose, Gunko? There was a thick branch that ran down the middle. Oh, so they're taking bets, are they? Hold up. Death by love. Isn't that just exciting? No interest. The woman who never knew love. Which oh, see, that feels like such a like a middle finger, because I've seen people's theories that Gunko is Ginny. Asking her about the person she loves and her not answering, that feels like such a play up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I definitely have heard the theories of Gunko being like, nah, that would be kind of crazy. I mean, that would also, I mean, kind of explain the whole bandages situation, maybe.
It would just feel. I could see it. I don't know how. Like I feel like that would be such a middle finger to Bonnie and Takuma in a weird way.
Yeah, that's definitely
And
true.
low key, I know you love him to death. It also make me feel like Dragon's a bit of a dick, because say she did it as a mission for the Revs,
Yeah,
and he couldn't even tell Kuma.
yeah,
Like,
that'd be horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that would be a dick ass move. God
uh,
damn it.
if they walk straight past that way, they'll reach the village sea clouds. The middle one's good, stands out better, makes the utter futility all the more apparent. Summers, I need a bit more salt. Salt? It starts thinking, ooh! Ooh!
Model Kieran? Okay.
This man just did the fucking Luffy Hagoromo fucking thought yank. Dragon Fruit, mythical type, model Kirin, dream manifestation man. Ooh.
This is
Aspatch
very
Roxor?
okay. Hold on, I need to process this. So if he's dream manifesting, what the hell? Oh, because Summers went to. Okay, cool.
Which is why all the kids fell asleep. So okay, it's Killingham's ability to have created all those monsters, which we already sort of knew. But
Right. I didn't think it was gonna be dragon fruit though. That's very interesting. I knew it was gonna be a Kieran, but I did not think it was gonna be dragon fruit.
mm,
Hmm.
yo. uh, could Bonnie still use nigga? Yeah. Double ups, W upscale. Yeah. Yo, dude, I'm sorry. Him being able to pull out dreams here is wild. And nightmare.
Yeah.
I got a
Nah, 'cause
really,
this.
I got a random death flag here. I think killing him at some point may fight Blackbeard and not be able to pull out any dreams because he doesn't
Oh
sleep.
my god. Yeah, because he does. Yeah, that
Maybe a
would be.
hard counter to his ability set.
Nah, yeah, that's not gonna look good for killing him. I'm not gonna lie. If he does fight Blackbeard, that would be very unfortunate. Cause like that's like more than half of his kid, unless like he has something like outside of that. But Jesus,
Far out.
I want to know what he looks like regular though.
Dude, he's gonna be old as shit, surely. What about the sleep tids you pulled out of those Brat's dreams? I can keep them going at the same time, of course. Hey, this salt goes perfectly well with a meal. I'll trust them too. Anyway, speaking of the giant boats in the village, apparently they draw rainbows in the sky with those painter rocks. It's delicious. Okay, is her excitement there from the food, or is her excitement there about the painter rocks? Like, I want to say it's the
Now I
food.
want to know what else the now I want to know what else the Painter Rocks are able to do if they're able to draw rainbows.
Real unique culture they've got. So all we have to do is take one of those to return to the Holy Land. We've basically won already. It's too easy. This is a baby game for babies. I'm very full now. And this, all this and 0 calories. Well, it's dream food, so 0 energy too. Okay, so it's not nutritious, but it still tastes good. So it's probably whatever your fantasy is, right? There will be trouble.
Oh
I
yeah.
saw a pirate ship moored on the sea clouds of the village. The Emperor of the Sea, Straw Hat Luffy, is here. Huh? Wait, the kids are walking right towards the fire. See, you didn't expect this. Not to worry. If they die, we can send more. Damn you, Loki.
Damn.
Oh, okay, we're over to Loki. Fuck. Okay, let's go. Go on, Hudred, and try and stop me. But no, you can't possibly stop me. You can't even lift Ragnir. I just hope no one gets hurt in the Sun World. They will. The flames will only spread further. So make your choice. Will you undo the last cuff and free me? Who's this enormous giant anyway? He was really badly injured, so I wanted to help him. Or will you all choose death? I'll only keep taking the lives of those weaklings in the Sun World if you don't answer me. Wait, alright? Don't get suckered in, Hudron. Zoro? I guess I gotta do it. If he can move, I'll stop him. That was the deal. Straw Hat, wait. He'll Oh, dude, he's immune to electricity. Hudron! You beautiful fool.
Come on.
He'll electric. Oh, to be fair, he was knocked the fuck out when Luffy used electricity in Dressrosa.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Luffy already sent him to the me's. Me. He'll
Yeah, he was
electrocute.
out of there.
He'll electrocute you if you get too close. Very well then. I hear your answer. Stop this, Loki. If you hit the children, there's no turning back. Make sure you go easy on him, Luffy, or his wounds will get worse. Gum. Huh, damn it. I've lost this one. Balloon. And Luffy comes in and literally comes in with the left hand, sucks it in, and then goes down to normal and just gives him a love tap with the right hand and knocks him clean out. That was a fucking bluff and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that's insane. I'm not gonna lie.
He really was at
Shoot.
death's door already. He was summoning all the strength he had left on a gamble. If his bluff had worked, he would have escaped, so that could collapse somewhere in secret. I just can't imagine that working based on the amount of blood he'd lost. It's up to you whether you heal him or not. Let him die, but I had business with Loki too. but it had to wait when I saw how bloody he was. It is true that, however, whoever attempted to kill Loki, it is a separate incident from the matter of his own crimes, and I think I might know who it was. Please, Hydrogen, help him out a little. I don't want to let him die, no matter who he is. Until he's fully healed, it'll probably take months.
Damn.
Nah, surely he's got a better healing factor than that.
Yeah, I'm saying months is crazy.
Especially if he's got some mythical zone, he'll be good in like a couple hours.
Nah, yeah, he's good for it.
To be fair, unless he's king or queen, then it might take him a couple of weeks, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, king and queen were definitely still healing. That's crazy. But yeah.
If you really want to see him recover, you shouldn't leave him in a place like this. But if he's taken to the village, it'll only lead to more calls for execution. They'll kill him. They hate him that much? He's an irredeemable scumbag. These horns turned out to be real, huh? They're a holdover of his ancient giant blood. Just like his father, Harold. Ooh, fucking Harold was a big boy. Holy shit.
But he doesn't have horns though, does he?
No, he has horns in the flashback here.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say on the picture that we saw, he definitely didn't look like he had horns.
He'd cut them off, I'm pretty sure. They said that. I think.
Okay, cool.
You are my sons, and I love you both. I want you two to work together to support Elbaf after I'm gone. I can't believe this tiny weakling is supposed to be my big brother. Yo, dude, Loki back in the day with the Loki Club? Yo, his eyes have always been covered, though.
Which is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, that club looks exactly like Kaido's, but that's interesting. That's along the side.
Also, Loki, low-key, already taller than Hydrogen, but like not by a huge amount when they were kids. I'm surprised that he came out that small.
Nah, honestly, the whole thing, whenever you talk about like the whole like there's a whole bunch of like bastard children and whatnot, like in the story of One Piece, this is definitely might relate to Kaido. This is very interesting.
Hidden brother Kaido?
Maybe. Bastard child Kaido. Maybe
No,
so.
the way that King Harold looks dead ass, like oven.
Yeah. Okay.
Big Mum may have been getting piped down on Elbaf, all I'm saying. Are we about to meet Katakuri's dad? Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe this tiny weakling is my big brother. You're just a bastard. You're not our father's legitimate son. Hear that, Hydrogen? Your mother had filthy blood in her veins. Oh, wait. Don't lose control, Hydrogen. Oh, yeah, Hydrogen's going in for the kill blow. I'll never forgive him for what he did. He insulted my mother and killed my father. Go on, do it, you sad little berserker. Or perhaps instead of indulging in your petty personal drama, take a look at the woods around us. They all say I went and killed Dad with pure murder in my heart. But you don't believe that, do you? Oh, and that's the end of the chapter. To be fair, I never really believed that he, killed his dad for the sake of killing his dad.
Yeah, like that was pretty like, insinuated. I mean, because from what I seen, it was like he definitely did it for a reason. Like outside of like we don't know the reason as of yet. Most likely he had some ties with celestial dragons or whatever the case is, but it's definitely not like how everybody's painting him to look. So very interesting.
Yeah, no, I think most definitely. Oh, fucking wait, sorry, I just got really distracted. Then I just saw the second last panel where Loki's laying down, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see how big he is compared to the trees. Those trees have got to be like 120 meters tall.
Yeah, bare minimum.
Put this into perspective for a second. Those trees, based on that image there, those trees are as tall as giant San Juan wolf.
Oh yeah, quite literally, yeah. Because I mean, he is the tallest person that we've seen so far. And it
And
doesn't make it no better.
no, and now think about that Draugr earlier on towering over those trees.
Yeah, that's a wild perspective to look from. That's a wild perspective to look from, 'cause
Holy
that's actually crazy. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah. This is gonna look crazy when it looks animated, though. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
dude, it'll be beautiful, won't it? Time flows differently. Remember, maybe possible connections. Oh, okay. No, the time flowing differently on Elbaf is a theory. It's not 100% certain yet. So we got to wait and see on that. Although low key, I'm genuinely surprised that we actually haven't had Aru show up in this arc yet.
I mean, dude, the biggest thing is like, damn. Even thinking about about Sun Jung-woo, it's like, doesn't he have the gigantification fruit? Doesn't he?
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure.
So he's like I think he's like 40 meters tall, but he's a giant that ate the giant. He's a giant that ate the Deca Deca fruit. So he's 18 meters tall, but ate the Deca Deca fruit and gets as big as 180 meters.
Yeah, that's insane.
And
That's insane.
again, 180 meters. Loki's 70 meters roughly, right? And you see him sprawled out there. He's about half the size of these trees.
Yeah,
So like
that's
Sanwan Wolf, like these trees are coming up to like Sanwan Wolf's chin or lip.
yeah, bare minimum.
That is wild size there.
Lord, there's a lot to get from this chapter. There's a lot. I'm actually, like,
Oh,
I can't believe that Saint Killingham really has a dragon fruit. This is very interesting to me.
yo, also Ragnir's handle grows and shrinks.
I need to know more about his fruit because this is very interesting. So as long as the kids are going to be asleep, that's as long as like the creatures that they drew up and whatnot
No,
or whatever they will still be around.
no, because Sommers dreamed of the salt, took the salt out, and then he woke him up.
Damn, yeah, that is true. So, okay, this is very perplexing to me. So what's gonna happen whenever these kids wake up, though?
I think the creatures are going to stay here when the kids are awake, unless Killingham drops it. But I would assume it has a slight stamina drain on Killingham.
For sure. I mean, it would have to. Damn. Oh, then this would have to be like the whole paramecia thing that you get from having a mythical zone. Then
Yeah, I think
this is
this is
very
like the
interesting.
mythical paramecia thing, and
Okay.
to be fair, he's got the awakening cloud as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
L-
the Homeroga scarf. Yeah.
yeah, the Haguroma scarf. Low key, this might still just be like the base ability.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're not lying.
Like it might just be like the like the like Kaido's got the flame clouds, but we never saw Kaido's awakening. You know what I mean? It might be like he can reach
Yeah.
into your dream and pull out the dreams, but there may be like another step past that where he can maybe manifest or combine dreams, like how Luffy's rubbery, right? And
Mm-hmm.
has like a but then goes into Gear 5 and then like just starts tuning out.
Oh, this is okay. Damn. Then you actually might be right on that front for the whole thing of which, like, yeah, it probably has another step after that. That's very interesting.
Yo, low key though. Okay, speculation on this. If he's pulling out dreams, and that's what those sleep tids are, right?
Mm-hmm.
The salt tasted how he dreamed the salt would taste, right? I reckon these kids' nightmares are as strong as the kids think they are in their nightmares. But I think it's based off perspective, right? So each person's nightmares very specific to them. So if they're like, okay,
Actually, you actually might be true on the whole thing of like that aspect because I mean, whenever you go back to like whenever we see the revealing of Killingham's like devil fruit, it Killingham says asphalt, rock salt, the gourmet stuff. So it's in the sense of like whatever Summers dreamed of the salt tasting like, then he just thought that it was gonna be the gourmet stuff. So you might be
Mm.
right on that front. I'm not gonna lie. That actually might be accurate. I like
I, w-
it. Ooh.
I wonder if it's got if it's got the weakness of what the dream is though. So it's like, say my fear was a vampire, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how in like different mythologies and like there's different versions of vampires. But say I
Right.
subscribe to the idea that like vampires are weak to garlic. Does that mean these things would be like super weak to garlic?
I think that would have to be the drawback to it, because I mean, like, because like if they were just like able to like dream of whatever the case is, they would have to know like a way of beating the creature or whatever the case is. It just have to be like you said, like whatever the weakness is. So that would have to be a drawback from it. Hmm.
That would be really interesting because this may be a situation then where you've got to like you've almost got to prove to the kids that they're not as scary as they are to like weaken the dream.
Okay, so it's like, of course they have these fears, but like if you were to able to like lower the value of like what the fear is, meaning like, oh, like Nika isn't scary or whatever the case is, would it like pretty much
Yeah.
diminish
So
like
so it's
the
like
strength of it or what?
say the kids get saved and wake up, but these things are still rampaging. You know, the kid's like, "Oh my god,
Hmm.
it's Nika!" Oh, and Luffy goes Gear 5 and is like, everyone's pointing at Luffy, being like, "No, that's Nika," and Luffy's not being a bitch. So it's kind of like starts weakening it. Goes, "Oh, I guess Nika's actually a good guy, not a destroyer."
Right.
Because
Okay,
that
I
would
see what
be a really interesting, hard perspective there. Because it's not about beating the opponents. Like, the God Knights are obviously going to be strong, but it's not about going to be beating them. It's going to be like, you have to undo the abilities, which means you have to beat them without knocking them out almost.
you're saying. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Like,
So I mean,
imagine having to
it's
take
interesting.
these dudes hostage, essentially. And they are ridiculously strong.
Oh, okay, so they have everything that's here. Then I wonder how, like, I mean, because they have like the one that looks like Big Mom and Zeus. So I mean,
Mm.
but everybody's terrified of Big Mom and Zeus, or like they don't really like Big Mom and Elba. So that's very interesting on how they're gonna get rid of. It's very interesting, especially if she's supposed to be known as like this destroyer or the god of destruction, as they were to say in Elbaf in the flashback. That's very interesting.
Okay, okay, weird take then. This might seem super out of place, right? We got three God Knights here, yeah?
Right?
What if Luffy doesn't fight any of the God Knights, and the God Knights are fights for the Straw Hats, Giants, and maybe the Kid Pirates if they're still here? And Luffy has to fight all the Nightmares.
Oh, that would be very. Oh no, that'd be dope. That actually would be pretty dope.
So like the God of
Cause then he's just
Liberation
going.
and Dreams fighting all the Nightmares, including an evil version of himself. And like, you know how it's like Luffy was, constantly being teased about fighting Big Mum on Elbaf? One of the
Yeah.
nightmares
Oh,
being
so
Big
then he
Mum?
would fight the. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely seeing that. I'm definitely seeing that. I'm seeing the vision here.
Mm.
I'm very curious on the because I mean it's supposed to be a wyvern or a wyvern. I
Wyvern? Oh,
forget
the
how you say it,
dragon.
but yeah, I'm very interested in that one in particular because it's very similar to the um God, it's very similar to the color spread that we see in 1094. Whenever we see Zoro and like all and we see like Kuina and everything. So that's very interesting to say. It's very interesting. Okay, okay. I want to know what this bird is though.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking.
definitely want to know what this bird is.
Okay, I've got the line up here. I reckon the bird might be a cockatrice. It's like a
I
it's
think that's what it's. I think that's what it's supposed to resemble.
yeah, because it's kind of I don't know. One Piece is weird, right? Because it's like so hard to tell whether or not something's mythical or real in the story.
Yeah, or it's just like a regular bird or something.
Mm.
Yeah, because I mean, there's supposed to be griffins in the story. I mean, like
I mean,
it's very.
there are natural basilisks and sphinxes. Like Whitebeard's home
That's yeah.
island
That,
is covered in sphinxes. So it's like just because something's mythical to us doesn't mean it's a mythical creature in One Piece. So like it is such a weird middle ground where it's like, if you had a sphinx fruit, that's not a mythical zone. That's a fucking regular ass zone.
nah, yeah, that's true. So there could just really just be just a regular zone, whatever the case is, bird, fruit, model, griffin, or whatever the case is, and it's just a regular zone. It's just what it is. Like that's that's insane.
I've gone
And
back
then
and
seeing them all three. Oh man, this is crazy.
one, two, three,
Oh, you went
four,
back to.
five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 of these creatures at the moment. Yo, hello. Sorry, chat. I haven't been ignoring you. Yeah, Loki wasn't directly caught. It's just that the Mount Beard was supposedly a witness and confirmed that he was doing the dirty deeds. But Loki, Mount Beard also doesn't seem like he hates Loki. So I would say it's not so straightforward. He's gonna be able to take over someone's mind. Ooh.
I think it would be very interesting. Okay, so going off Rager said, would it be very similar to how we see like Uta's Dream World?
Uda's dream world, but opposite. Instead of it going into like a
Yeah, like
fantasy
literally an
land, it's kind of like Montdoor's book, where he puts Luffy in that isekai.
no, like quite literally. That's why like it made me think of Uta's just in like you said an opposite. So that'd be very interesting. He's able to take things like if it were to be like a picture book or something like that. He's able to just like how you're able to pull like out the tabs and whatnot, and it's like
Yeah.
popping out or whatever the case is. It would be probably something similar to that,
I'm
I
not.
assume.
I'm not gonna lie. This may be really petty, right? But tell me these three options wouldn't be funny. That one, that one nightmare that looks like Big Mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I not know whether or not I want Luffy to fight it, Loki to fight it, or hear me out? I'll rematch 1v1 against Kid.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Is that foul that I kind of like would be happy with any of those three matchups?
I'd be overly cool with the kid one more than anything. I'd
Oh!
be overly cool. But I'd like Usopp to do it though.
Yo, I didn't even notice this. There's a Kraken hidden in with them.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. I gotta go back to 1142.
Um, on the last page where you see them all,
Mm-hmm.
above Fenrir's eye and under Fenrir's tongue, you can see the head of a squid or an octopus, and you can see the tentacles underneath.
Oh, you definitely can see that. Yeah.
I didn't
Damn.
even
That's a good
catch that.
point out.
I thought that was just part of the fucking Nika dress.
Well, now I know that it's not. Now that I see a tentacle at the bottom of his foot. Now I know that for sure.
Oh, that
Yo, that's insane. What kid dreamed of that? Or wrote that down as a fear? That's very interesting.
low key though. That's gonna
Oh, because
be
they probably could be thinking about damn,
the Kraken,
I forget what. Yeah, I forget what the Kraken's name is though.
Surume.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Because the Kraken back in Fishman Island is so. That's so sad.
Wait, so that's one,
Oh
2,
man.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12 of these then. Oh, I don't see Luffy doing a 12v1. So some people may have to take out some of these things.
I want Usopp to fight the Big Mom one. Just because he never really seen Big Mom in the first place. Everybody's seen Big Mom except for Usopp and I believe Frankie.
I kind of want Usopp to take out Loki, the Loki one.
I mean, yeah, because I mean he does have those which of people think that he's gonna take Ragnar and it's gonna be like shrunk down by the owl. So yeah,
Imagine.
honestly, that would be it. Like shows that he's worthy.
I think it's going to be like a David versus Goliath sort of thing.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
Because
Usopp coming in for the clutch.
Loki. Wait, is Loki currently the largest living creature without being large because of a devil fruit?
I believe so actually.
Yeah.
Outside of yeah, actually he would be actually the largest thing that we have right now within the story of One Piece. Largest person rather.
It's alright, Burbo. I don't forget you. I can see. I've got both chats side by side. I can see the TikTok chat. What Royal Guard is going to fight with Luffy? See, that's what we were sort of just talking about. I don't know if any of the Holy Knights are going to fight Luffy, or if Luffy's going to be tied up doing something else, and those Holy Knights fights are going to be for Straw Hats. Because okay, Killingham has a trident, right? I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys never peeped that Zoro sort of does feats that Luffy does in Arc Late? Right? Like, okay, Luffy, Whole Cake Island, attacks a Yonko but can't beat a Yonko. Right? Luffy, Wano, beats a Yonko. Zoro, Whole Cake Island doesn't exist. Zoro in Wano hurts a Yonko. You know what I mean? Like, Zoro and Luffy are very close with there being like a reasonably big gap. So I could see like Summers versus Sanji, love on love. I could see
Sir.
Gunko. I actually don't think versus Nami. I think Gunko versus Robin, because Gunko putting the trajectory lines up and Robin spawning limbs that have to follow the trajectory could be really ruthless.
I think if anything, Zoro would probably go against that dragon.
Well, because Killingham's kind of similar to Luffy as well with the dreams. So it may be
So
the
I'm
closest thing we get to Zoro versus Luffy at the moment, and he's got a trident. So like, I'm. Oh no!
He's gonna be very parallel.
Yo, Zoro goes to cut him. He blocks with the trident, and you know how the trident's sort of a fork, so it would like catch the sword for a moment.
Right.
What if this motherfucker pulls out Zoro's nightmare, the world's strongest swordsman?
That would be insane. No, that would be insane. And no. Oh my god. No. Because the thing is, because like whenever we hear back in Egghead, whenever he's fighting against S Mihawk,
Yeah,
he said that
He's more
that
human than
whole
Mihawk.
thing. Yeah, that whole thing would be insane. That whole thing would be insane. Oh my god. That would be insane. Nah, that'd be crazy. That'd
Or
be crazy.
would he pull out a Mihawk, or would he pull out Zoro that never became the world's greatest swordsman and gave up on his dream?
That would be his worst fear, huh? Outside of, I mean, because I don't really think that he does fear me in the sense of that, but like, yeah, honestly, that would also be very interesting as well.
Okay. Summers is in charge, and honestly, I think is probably the strongest of these three. But killing him, I think is going to give the best exposition in the story, because we're going to find out what our characters actually fear. Like, I got a feeling that Luffy at this point probably fears nothing, so killing him's not going to get anything out of Luffy. Or if he does, hello, maybe we get Akainu. Hello.
Maybe Akainu. I mean, shoot, maybe if anything, damn, what would be his maybe? Damn.
If he pulls an Akainu out of
Maybe.
Luffy's nightmare, I'm calling it now. That Akainu is going to be like the representation of Surtur starting Ragnarok.
That would be. I honestly don't even know what I would say whenever I would see that, to be honest, because it's like that would be a very good way to like really like put thing on the turning table. That'd be very interesting to see.
Mm.
When killing him is able to hop near dream tree.
Yeah, Burbo.
Yeah, bro, it's that whole thing. Like I brought up the whole thing of Uta, and it's like it would be very interesting if it's like picture book style. That would be very interesting to me.
Okay, okay. We got the kids' nightmares. I don't know if it's gonna happen in the story, but I would love to see Killingham pull out all of the Straw Hat's nightmares.
I mean, oh my God, was it a
Rager.
was it filler? Was it filler?
Which
It
part?
might have been. It's whenever we see like the, I think it was a seahorse. I don't know what it was.
Oh, yep, yeah, yeah. The filler where Zoro hits Luffy with the Onigiri and gives him the chest scar.
Yeah, it. Damn, that would be very interesting. Okay. I'm seeing it. Luffy's inner imagination versus Killingham's dream control. I mean, like if yeah, I mean if it's gonna be anybody that fights Killingham, it's gonna be Luffy. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be Luffy just off the whole imagination and then dream. So yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. I'd be overly
Okay.
intrigued by it.
Red hot take: Summers versus Zoro and Sanji.
And I'm cool with that. Because I
Because
mean, Summers looks like the strongest one here.
Sanji with the love, but remember he's a swordsman. Imagine,
Uh
imagine him hitting Zoro's swords with the thorns, so Zoro can't hold or put them in his mouth.
oh, that would suck.
But now that Zoro's got his advanced maybe Zoro's got to develop that fucking anti-devil fruit haki to be able to pick up his weapons.
I mean, hell yeah, man. Because Zoro Loki still does need that little bit of, boosted training a little bit. It definitely would be nice to see. I'd be overly down with it actually. Because I mean, shoot, if it's a 2-1 versus Summers, then I mean, one. Yeah, honestly, I'm overly cool with that. I'm overly cool with that.
I could
Overly
see
cool.
this being a situation where not everyone gets a fight from the Straw Hats, right? So I could imagine it splits up into
Hopefully,
three groups: the fighting group, the defending group, and the rescue the kids group. Right? I got I got maybe the weakling trio going after the kids. Right?
mm, I want Brooke to do something. I don't know what I want Brooke to do, but I want him to do anything. Bless you, by the way.
Thank you. Brooks gonna
I
shut
don't know.
down. Oh wait, we. Oh, how the fuck do I forget shit so easily, guys? All this is happening. Where's Vegapunk?
Oh shit.
Because what happens if one of the God Knights sees that Vegapunk is still alive?
Oh yeah, they're harping. They're harping. The whole mission's changing.
Oh,
The mission's changing. Not gonna lie. They're
I
definitely harping.
I could see Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Robin, and Frankie getting involved to fight the God Knights,
Where is Bonnie?
where
I
the
haven't
other
seen Bonnie.
Straw Hats fight all of the dreams, with the weakling trio going to save the kids. And weirdly, I could see a situation where everyone gets waked up, right? Everyone's awake. The dreams and nightmares are still fighting. And I could see a situation where maybe, just maybe, we get Vegapunk teach us a new way to counteract Devil Fruits and shut down the
Hmm.
apparitions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, like,
that would.
him and Bonnie have been set up at the beginning of this arc and they've moved to the side. And remember, Kuma's here too.
Kuma is here. That is true. He is on the backside of this. I just don't think not Vegapunk. I don't think Kuma's really gonna do too much here.
He could,
He def-
if they get attacked at their lab though, he could fucking blip away one of the nightmares.
that is true. That is
Especially,
true.
especially if they don't dissipate, unless killing him drops it. Imagine one of them getting blipped away. Imagine in like 3 years' time getting a cover series where one of these nightmares is just raining havoc somewhere.
I could see Oda doing that too. It's crazy.
On some stupid petty shit. Like, it's like one of these things get blipped away, and you got like Scratch him in a poo with his you know how he's got one of the numbers.
Yeah.
It's like a poo in one of the numbers versing like the Draugr, no ears, dead giant skeleton.
No, that would be crazy if the Draugr was actually the one that got sent away or blue.
I could.
No, and then like, oh my god. And then going back to the whole thing is like
Thanks, Berber.
Draugr, whenever we see the full, like every single monster is like he looks extremely small because he's like trying to jump over the forest and whatnot, or like he's trying to climb over. He
Mm.
looks hella small right there. And then we go to 1143, and he's big as hell. Like he's big as fuck.
Well,
It's like God damn.
I mean, think of it like this: he's big as hell, but he still just might be the shortest of all of the apparitions.
Yeah, quite literally. He does look like to yeah, he does look to be the smallest one. I thought maybe the ghost, but
Him,
it's
the
like right
ghost, and the
beside
bear.
one. Yeah. Damn,
Oh shit!
bro. Everything is brewing up right now. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I love how
I'm
Oda's
ex-
mixing up the art style too. Like, it's in the One Piece style, but you can also tell that all of these creatures are clearly like a different art style altogether.
Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, you can see it from. Well, actually, let me pull it back up because I'm definitely on 1141 for some reason.
Rage has
Like,
also got a point there, making Luffy fight Shanks, Dream Shanks.
shoot, I mean, we were just hearing about anybody that speaks on Shanks. I mean, Luffy's finna lock in. But I mean, you're not lying about that, about the whole drawing aspect of this. This is very interesting because I mean, the bear looks significantly different from the dragon or even Fenrir,
Hmm.
and yeah, this is very interesting.
They all look like
And you,
completely different art styles, but at the same time, it's all in the One Piece style.
I need Gunko to see Luffy in Gear 5 since she fears Nika. I need that. I just want to see her reaction on like, what the fuck is going on? Like
If
I need to see.
if she is Ginny and she's undercover for the Revs, her saying she fears Nika, I reckon it's not that she's scared of Nika. I think she's scared of Nika failing. Because she's now seen
Oh,
the God Knights, and she's seen like she's aware of Im and all this other shit, and she's like, this is a lot more like she like if she's an undercover Rev, genuinely, she's probably standing there, gave up a daughter, gave up Kuma. She's probably gone. You guys don't realize how fucked up this world is. There's not really much of a hope. I'm gonna fight it, but fuck, it's an uphill battle.
yeah, because I mean, of course, Oda can just change her hair color. So I mean, because Guinea has pink hair. I'm very curious on whenever we get the official color for Gunko. I'm very curious the hairstyle is
It's
or
gonna
the
be
hair color is.
so much worse when she's got pink hair. Okay, that's gonna be the thing, right? Whatever you guys think these characters' color schemes are right now, fucking, I bet you they're gonna be rainbow as fuck.
Oh no, most
Like,
definitely. I mean, shoot, everybody thought that Loki was gonna have blonde hair. I mean, he has
what?
purple and pink.
Do you know? I've been in this fandom a long time. I remember before the Vinsmokes had their official colors revealed, everyone
Hmm.
thought they were blonde like Sanji. Especially with the whole like Germany sort of
Right.
connection. It was like, oh, we can tell what Oda's. Oh no, they're pink. Oh, they're green. They're fluorescent. Every time I okay, this is a sidebar rant, right? I have given up expecting designs from Oda to look a certain way. I don't expect things to look cool anymore. I expect things to look bright.
And vibrant, yeah.
Yeah, because like his whole thing is like it's very like simple, bright colors. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, I can definitely get what you're saying there. I mean, we see it a lot in his cover stories, or not, yeah, in his cover stories and color spreads. So I mean, shoot, it's really not to be. Well, everybody thinks that it's unexpected. I mean, it's pretty expected. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, anytime that we see a color spread, I mean, it's very vibrant,
Mm.
more than half of the time.
Yo,
Um,
Rage is saying Summers might have light green hair. I could see that. You know, the light green and then the dark green for the thorns and then the bright red rose on his chest piece.
Hell yeah, actually, nah, Rager, you might be cooking with that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be cool with that. Gunko, just please, if you have pink hair, this whole shit, like this whole film is gonna go insane for this skinny thing, dude. Oh my
Mm.
god. I want to know the color spread for Killingham. I'm very
Low
interested.
key, I wish he was a like a black dragon, like a black Kirin.
Mm-hmm.
Kirins are typically, um,
White.
yeah, right. They're typically white, and when they're not white, they've got like a blue hue to them, right?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
I could see Oda being a dickhead and making him bright red or pink with the white mane.
I mean, shoot, I can see all orange. Not orange, but yellow. I could see
Yeah,
full yellow and red.
yeah. Like I like see how his skin is a darker tone here, right? It's like
Yeah,
Queen's hair when Queen was blonde. Queen in the manga has jet black hair, but in the coloring he's blonde because he just wanted the contrast in the black and white. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like
Because I'm not. Yeah, that's actually true. It's true.
I could see him being like a very bright color, and then the hair is white on top of it.
Man, I really thought that killing him at first was really a Kotobuki. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought for a huge minute. I thought he was like a chimera type of thing.
It's also funny because the R's and L's in kanji, so we read it as Saint Killingham, but it unironically
Hmm.
might be Saint Kiringham.
Oh wow, that is true.
So it's
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of different.
like hey, actually, fucking wait. Let me pull that. Let me pull that back for a second, right? If it is Kiringham instead of Killingham, despite the Viz, is he just a natural Kirin? No, it says he's got a devil fruit. It says he's got a fruit. Okay, okay. No, yeah, he's got a fruit. He's definitively got a fruit. These are all devil fruits.
Yeah, these are definitely devil fruits that we're seeing here. This- Nah, I'm not gonna lie. If he was just a regular saint, because it's like, especially because he's a saint too. That means he's
Oh,
the original.
yo, Burbo, you don't know. You don't know. When a giant pulls off shave for the first time in the story, and when I say a giant pulls off shave, I'm talking like the only. Okay, do you know, Drac, the only time a giant has ever used shave in all of One Piece is Nightmare Oars, when Luffy's shadow was in Oars? Oars.
Wait, hold on. That's insane. Wait, that's insane.
That's the only time a giant has ever used high speed movement in One Piece. Do you have any idea how badly I'm waiting to see a fucking speedster giant?
I mean, it's gonna be one of. I mean, like, nah, that's gonna be insane. Damn, bro, that's actually a hella good point. That would be like, nah, that's gonna be insane.
But
Some
I'm
tall
right there
ass,
with you.
like 30-meter tall giant is just gonna fucking, is just gonna use shave. That'd be insane. Oh
Oh,
my.
we haven't seen it yet. when do you think
Oh,
Mother
yeah. Oh,
Carmel's gonna come up in the story here?
I mean, Carmel is supposed to be like a Onibaba, so I mean, or at least that story of it.
Mm.
So, I mean, damn, that would have been actually insane if she was one of the dreams or whatever. That would have been insane.
Oh yeah.
But she's definitely gonna get brought up sometime soon in F. I can definitely see it happening. Just
Mm.
because of whenever we hear like everything about like Big Mom's backstory and everything like that. And also like Carmel was supposed to be like taking kids or whatever. So it's like,
I
yeah, it's
reckon she laid the groundwork with Harold, which is what made Summers friends with Harold. Not Summers, fucking Shamrock.
mm,
Loki's gonna mention her. Maybe he was talking to her. Oh no! If the nightmares get
I'm
too
pretty sure.
fast, you get to feast. They're getting put in a versus battle. Oh, dude! If these dream things get feats, best believe they're gonna be in versus battles.
Yeah. Oh my god,
There's
that
gonna
shit is gonna
be
be
if these dreams get feats, there's gonna be gauntlets where it's who can survive finding Killingham before these fucking dreams take him out,
real.
right? Um, Killingham versus Zoro, Sanji versus Summers, Robin could spawn hands on the ribbons. That would be fire. It's like an inner monologue fight. Quillingham going to make Luffy fight Shanks. Hear me
Bro,
out.
Rangers always coming in with some W ideas, bro. Not gonna lie.
I
Always come. I
Gunko
want to know
versus
why he
Robin.
has these signatures.
Gunko versus Robin for me is actually terrifying because I could see Robin getting hard countered by the vector lines, even with the spawning limbs. You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah. I mean, whenever I'm seeing like now like whole idea of Robin versus Gunko, it's gonna be a scary sight to see because it's like, man,
Okay,
especially like seen from it.
I'm gonna
I want
break
to
your
know what's
heart
gonna
here.
happen.
I'm gonna break your heart here. Do you know who's gonna fight Gunko?
Who?
Bonnie.
Ah, damn. You gotta explain to me why.
If it really is Ginny, Robin's not Robin. Uh, outside of flashback memories of Kuma's, Bonnie has never met Ginny.
Oh my fucking god.
She could
No.
fight her mum undercover without realizing it's a mum. And because
Dude.
Ginny looks
Oh my
slightly
god.
different to Gunko, because she's undercover, like genuinely think about that. Gunko would have to take a dive to not kill her daughter, but also try and make it look believable. So you know how she was saying before she does the vector lines and it's a path that she's going to follow?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna have to take a dive by putting a vector line straight in the path of Bonnie's like Gear 5 fist.
No, it's like, I mean, even if that, like, if that's gonna be the case, it's like, what if Kuma pops up?
Kuma's
Then it's
here.
like,
Like, it's a
no, like,
family
in the sense of
reunion.
like that's what I'm saying. Like, he's already here. He sees Gunko. He's like, I know who that is. That's not right. That's so fucked up. That's so, bro. No,
That would
that
gut
would like,
punch.
God, that would break my heart. It's like, bro, Kuma already done been through enough,
I
man.
I hope Ginny is not Gunko for Kuma's sake. I hope Ginny's just dead and Kuma can just die and move on in peace. Sorry,
Like,
sorry,
please.
Bonnie, but just let the man go through enough suffering and not dragged through the mud again.
Like,
Please.
please, because it's like, damn, that would be like, Oda, man, Oda, don't do this to me, man. I'm already hurt. I can't get over this backstory, man. You brought up 1096. It's like, damn, bro, you can't keep doing this to me.
Foul.
You can't.
I also wish we see a flying fight with the dragon and bird nightmares fighting someone in the sky. Imagine Sky Combat, bringing back like the Skypiea Dial Combat, where you've got the all the different giant ships floating in the sky fighting an aerial battle because they've got the rainbow bridges that they can keep drawing. Wouldn't that make her a bona fide Straw Hat member?
I mean, at that point, I mean, he would like she would be like she'd be like an apprentice pretty much, like how Shanks and Buggy were on Roger's Spring.
Mm.
I could definitely see that.
I'm. There's no break either. Oh my god, I didn't even realize there's no break.
Yeah, we're getting a chapter next. Well, this week actually.
Yes.
Oh God.
I
Lord.
still can't get over how tall Loki is, right? And genuinely, how fucking hilarious the idea is of that man wanting to, you know, do the deed with Lola.
That shit is devious. Devious work.
Man wanted a toenail for a wife. Ride or die.
Man, it's Neptune, it's King Neptune and Queen Otahime all over it.
It's
There's
worse.
some worse proportions.
It's
It's
worse.
worse. It's so much worse. That's the problem. It's just like, damn. Loki has a feather tattoo. Are there possibilities or correlations to Katakuri? Okay, hold on. I gotta see. Look, hold on. Let me look up a picture of Katakuri real quick. So, like, with Katakuri's tattoos,
The angel wing. Wait, where was that one? Loki has a feather tattoo. Are there possible connections? Ah, see, I think Loki's tattoos are in reference to his devil fruit.
yeah, most definitely.
I think he's going to be like one of the forms he's going to okay, I think Loki's going to be a shapeshifter of some kind. I think that
Most likely.
tattoo is representation of. So you know how you've got Loki, Thor. He's got Thor's hammer. He's Loki, but he's covering his eyes like Odin. I think he's going to be a combination of like multiple really stereotypical Norse characters, and I think the tattoo is because he's going to be able to turn into a giant crow.
A crow.
Yeah. Not saying that's the only thing he turns into. Like, he might have a mythical chimera fruit. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay. So meaning like, okay, so he could turn into whether it's like a serpent or a crow or whatever the case
Yeah.
is. Okay, I can
But
definitely see that. Yeah, I'm
but I
definitely
think
okay
the
with
crow tattoo there is because of Odin's two crows. So I think that's going to be his, like,
that. That's
default
what I was
flying
thinking.
form.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, whenever you said crows, I'm thinking
Mm.
of what's it called of Odin's crows and
But
whatnot. I
but
can definitely see that.
think about, like, from a lazy standpoint, any animal he turns into is going to have the two horns. So it's going to be like a devil version of that character. You know what I mean? Like, if he turns into a bird, he's still going to have the two Oni horns sticking out the top. Loki!
Oh,
Loki, do you know who may be a surprise addition to this arc?
hmm.
Gecko Moria.
I mean, oh, because we're seeing the whole. Okay, okay. I can
Because
definitely see where.
we're seeing the ancient giant blood, but remember, Perona saved Moria from Blackbeard's island, Hajinosu, which is the island to the left of Elbaf.
That's really true.
And considering we're having a nightmare fight here, there is a possibility that we get a return of Moria, and you know, since Perona's cool with the Straw Hats now, Moria may unironically be now cool with the Straw Hats begrudgingly. We could get a Nightmare Gear 5 versus these Nightmares. Oh, dude, I hate that Oda could do so many fucking things with this and all of them make sense. Love it to death. But man, there is too many options, you know what I mean?
'Cause Oda just opens so many different doors of like speculation. Whether you like it just depends on like what you want to do with it. Like, it's like, man, it's like, you know what? And the thing is, he could just overly just turn to the next point Like he can completely just have this like chapter right here, and then just go to something completely different, and
Mm-hmm.
just be like, yeah, this is what we're doing for this chapter here, fellas. Like, nah, like this is insane, bro. I'm still
Look,
stuck on the fact that why like she said that this is gonna like it's gonna take months for him to be fully healed. This is insane.
I'm still waiting
Like
to find
why?
out where's Kid. Surely Kid's not dead. Surely Kid and his crew aren't dead.
Nah, I parallel him to Shiki, bro. He's not going no. I don't have him going nowhere.
But if he's not
Like,
dead, he's got to get up at some point. Oh, it's never gonna happen. But
nah,
imagine Kid versus killing him.
that would be pretty
Because we're
dope.
not gonna get a
But
Kid
yeah,
versus
like,
Luffy. You get a Kid versus killing him instead.
yeah, it's highly unlikely, but yeah, that would be pretty nice to see though. It's just like, damn, bro, kid. I mean, Elbaf is gonna be a pretty good, a good lengthy arc. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
So, shit, man. There's a lot that we're gonna see. We're still
I
gonna get some
think
lore drop.
I think Elbaf may only be as long as Egghead though. To be honest, like 4 or 5 volumes.
Man, shoot, Elbaf. I mean, Egghead started on chapter 1060. So
And it ended what,
what? It finished on
1120.
1120.
So 6 volumes.
Yeah, damn near 6 volumes.
So we're 2.5, 3 volumes in now. Like halfway through Elbaf. I could see that. Or like, a third of the way through Elbaf.
Nah, hold on. Let me see. Did we end on all that? Nah, actually, nah. We didn't finish Egghead until. God damn. It's 11:25. Yeah, we didn't finish Egghead until 11:24. Finishing 11:25. Yeah, actually midway through 11:25. This is finish Egghead.
Mm,
God damn.
that's long. That's long.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Far out. There's so much happening at the moment, man. I got so much racing through my mind.
There's a lot of theorizing I need to do. This is getting interesting.
Oh,
Like this is
there's another one. There's another dream. Go to
what do you mean?
go to the beginning of this chapter, right?
On the
So
first page?
first page. So you see the ghost?
Yeah.
All right. Where that ghost is,
Right under it?
to the right of it, there's another one. If you go 2 pages
Right
later,
under. Yeah.
2 pages later, you see it. It's like a giant worm.
I thought that was the oh wait, no, it's not the snake. Actually, I'm definitely lying. No, because the snake was beaten at 11:41. Yeah, you're actually not lying. That is a whole completely different one. Because it's right under the like like the school.
How many kids were caught? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 kids walking off, but how many kids were still asleep at the school?
You had to go back a few chapters. Well, at least like a chapter. Like so maybe 11:42.
So 9 and 4, so that's 13, and we've seen 12. That would make it the 13th creature. So far, there's one student per nightmare.
I mean, there's 4, 6, 7, 8.
That's just an odd one to like not have focused on, just hiding away. You know what I mean?
Cause it's yeah, I would not have even that within that chapter. I'm not gonna lie. Until you pointed that out, I did not even notice it. I was just going through, just seeing like the storm and then the ghost. That's crazy. Cause now I wanna, damn, now I wanna go back and see if I like if it's even noticeable anywhere else. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and there's no worm in here. This is very interesting. Is it in 42?
Mm. What if the Valkyries of Elbaf were the Lunarians and they used to live atop the tree? That would be beautiful. That's how they would know that the Atomwood is weak to flames. Now, what if they were Skypians when they could have had bigger wings?
That's how they. I mean, honestly, Manic, that would be. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be a very nice tie-in. This is like, dude, what? But it's like, where are the rest of? Because like, whenever we see the page of like the revealing of killing him, like in his whole thing, and they're talking about like the salt is perfect or whatever. Like, where are the rest of these nightmares going?
Mmm.
Like, where are they going? Because it's like all we see them is just running in the background. Because we see the Nika one, we see the dragon, and we see Draw. At least from what I can tell.
They're just
And that dragon is
randomly
big as
targeting
shit.
shit.
Because it's like, where are they going right now?
Yeah, and do you know what doesn't help? They've
What's up?
low-key just nerfed Loki and just nerfed the new giant pirates by having them fall down to Loki because all of them are injured now.
Yeah, quite literally.
So like, and you know the other giants are really old now. So for the most part, they've just nerfed all the major giant fighters in a weird way.
Yo, I didn't even notice Luffy was sitting on his horse. What the hell?
Right at the
Yo,
end.
yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's insane.
Do you reckon that other
Like,
horn's broken, or is that bandage aesthetic?
maybe it might have been broken at some point. Maybe like whenever they were. But it's like, even whenever I'm looking at all the like, and it's crazy because he looks like such a speck from like the outward shot, and then you get the zoom in and he's sitting on his. That's insane. He looks like just a dot.
He
That is
didn't.
insane.
He didn't have the bandage on his horn as a kid. I reckon his dad did that to him.
Yeah, at some point, cause like it had to be injured. It probably hurt like a bitch too.
Mm. I reckon he got that when he took out his dad. When he took out Harold.
That's actually a very good assumption.
All right.
Cause what he got captured 6 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably whenever that happened.
Oh, that arose from Shanks. Yee.
Hold on. No, that would no.
Remember, all Shanks upscale is also Mihawk upscale. I'm here for it.
Man, I need my goat to pop through, man.
Hey,
I need my
hey,
goat.
hey! What's the name of this chapter?
The God Knights.
Holy Knights. What did that man say? I'ma make my move when who moves?
Whenever the God Knights are mobilized.
Or is that because while the God Knights are here, he's gonna raid Marijua?
I mean, that would be nice. I mean, they're down what? How many Holy Knights?
3.
What,
They're
11?
down 3 Holy Knights right now, and I think there was like 9 or 10 of them in the silhouette. So this is like a third of the entire Holy Knights.
What would be the plan if they were to go there? Like, what's the goal here? If they were to even go to Marijua, like, what's the goal there?
Or are they gonna fake leak their location?
I mean, they have the transponder still, so I mean, like, they could definitely get a call, let them know, like, hey, whatever the case is. Like, man, there's a lot of things that could happen within, like, Elbaf. This is crazy, bro.
Oh, imagine Sabo versus Killingham. The Dragon Claw?
No, that'd be insane.
Hang on,
I
let
keep
me...
forgetting that this is the Island of Giants. Yeah, quite literally, like, it's like we're used to like not having like islands as like big as like Elbaf, and it's like, dude, the shit is big as hell. Like, this is insane. Like, every time I see Luffy compared to Loki, anytime whether it's like whenever they do their standoff or it's like even at the end of the chapter, it's like fam. Loki's a speck or Luffy's a speck, dog. Like this is
Minuscule,
insane.
baby size.
Like
Oh,
it's like
we also didn't get a new cover page for the Yamato journey. Heartbroken.
no, we didn't actually, yeah. And it's like
I wanna see if Who's Who handles it better than Ulti.
and Kaido's supposed to be god damn. And he looked like a well, I mean he wasn't too small against Kaido, but it's like then damn. It's like Loki is really like, yo,
He
Loki's like the
big.
tallest character we've seen. Like this is
That's not
insane.
amping his size from a devil fruit.
Yeah, like this is crazy.
And is currently alive. New World, if Sabo
Yeah,
fought killing him, he's going to make him fight a fake Akainu. Oh, that'd be foul. No,
that'd be
no,
devious work.
no, he wouldn't.
Nope.
Because Sabo's new fear may be Im. After he came across Im in
Oh,
that room.
bro, oh my god. Giving us like a blacked out silhouette. That
Yeah.
would be that would be so nice. I'm not gonna lie. That would be tough. That would be tough.
Trying to find when those God Knights first showed up. Because low key, I want to see
Kaido's
killing
face
him's
are hot.
hands.
So Kaido is 23
feet.
feet tall.
He's 7 meters something.
Ajun is
Oh, Hudron
fuck,
is like 40 feet tall or something.
what is he like? 40 feet tall. Yeah, that's insane. God damn. So yeah, even Kaido is like looking like a little boy to Loki. I'm not gonna lie. That's insane.
That's funny though. That's funny though. Um.
That's crazy.
All right. Are there any theories or speculations you want to get out? Otherwise, I might wrap this live up here. We've been going for an hour and a half, and I might go live again over on TikTok, just not on the PC setup.
Okay, cool. Nah, yeah. I mean, realistically, this was a good chapter review. I like this chapter. This was a very good chapter.
Mm.
Shit, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I gotta do this more. I like doing this. This
Oh
is
yeah,
nice.
100%. I try to do this every week, and I'll do it for the next chapter this weekend. Ooh la
Oh,
la.
nice. Then I'll definitely be here. Definitely.
For those of you beautiful people watching this over on YouTube, if you have never seen or heard of Dracula D Rage before, he's a mutual of mine over on TikTok. Be sure to go share him some love over on TikTok. He puts in hard yards doing some theories. He's got some very interesting and different perspectives on stuff, so be sure to check him out and share that love. Alright, guys?
Shoot, appreciate it. Yes,
Um,
sir. Sure.
until the next chapter of One Piece, or until the next video of mine you watch, whatever it is you're here for, thank you guys and girls for coming through. Couldn't do it without you. Nothing but love, nothing but respect. Drax, say goodbye, my brother.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Drac. We'll come back here with some more theories and more speculations. And I'll be back on the next chapter release. So, yeah, love you.
Perfect. Have a damn good day, and goodbye, everyone. Peace.